Great, everyone. Core here. Time for movie review, which went to go see Red One. I was supposed to see it on Sunday. Got sick. Still dealing with a bit of a cough, and I gotta say, it's exactly what you expect from a movie like this. It's the buddy buddy. Well, not so buddy buddy. Duo action comedy. Movie. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Chris Evans go to find Santa after he's been kidnapped. Which, yeah, I mean, it's pretty much what it is. Dwayne's character is pretty straightforward. He's like the head of security. He's pretty, excuse me, he's pretty badass. In his own right, can handle himself more or less. You get to see some pretty cool characters. Of course, in the trailers, you see Krampus, which, man, the prosthetics. Excuse me. And the prosthetics and the CG are really good. I don't know who did them, but man, they look really good. I do like it. Which that's one thing that's pretty crazy that for this is a Rock production movie for what it is. He actually put some money into it. Like it looks pretty good. The only complaint I have is it's pretty dark. Like it's almost like like the night scenes are there's a lot of night scenes and they kind of like are naturally lit. They're not super lit up, especially like when they're in the North Pole. You would think it'll be a bit more lights because all the previous descriptions and previous movies that have done the North Pole and stuff, even at night, have made it pretty lit up, and it's pretty dark, to say the least. Which, yeah, it's different. At least it's not stereotypically the same every time. So hey, they're trying. They're definitely trying. It's cool seeing these mythological creatures and stuff. We all know about Garcia, the polar bear, who's fun and just a menace. There's a few more. Of course, we have Krampus, who's just a freaking unit. You know, if anybody knows who the Krampus is, yeah, he's supposed to punish the bad guys. Not the bad guys, the naughty list people. But yeah, it's interesting, like the lore that they bring out. Also, the story, of course. It's meant to be, a feel good Christmas movie. So yeah, there is of course the message: be nice to one and all. Treat others as you want to be treated. So it's pretty simple. Well, not simple, but it's pretty clear what they're trying to say throughout the movie. But The Rock's character and everybody else that's in it, pretty much, and the way they say it is different than how other people have been saying it. That's what's pretty good about this movie is that they don't quite follow the same formula as like all the others Christmas movies that we've seen before, or even all the other two person action adventure movies. It's different enough, especially with the writing. They do use some different techniques and stuff, the way that they word things and do things and the dialogue and stuff. I liked it enough, I would say. I know the critics aren't liking it. It's yeah, it's not going to be a critically reviewed movie. I mean, right now, let me see. I mean, IMDb has it at a 7 out of 10. So, like, that's perfect, honestly. Like, that's pretty much where it should be. It's better than average. Oh, it's better than average, so that's why it's a 7, because 5 should be average. And it's not, it is what it is. It's just a fun Christmas movie. So it's almost kind of like it has a little feel of like Jingle All the Way. Granted, of course, they're slightly different things that's happening in the movie, but just as far as like the adventure, the action, the comedy of it, it feels very similar, which I like. Jingle All the Way is probably one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time, but uh, I think it works pretty well. The characters that are in it and what they do with them. just the mythos that they put behind it. It's actually interesting because it almost feels like there could be more from like this universe, and that's gonna be interesting to see if they do something with that. But yeah, it's overall. I mean, Rotten Tomatoes has it at a 33, but that's critics. Nobody, no, this is not a critical movie. You know, IMDb has it at a 7 right now. That's more. I'm sure when Rotten Tomatoes has the audience reviews, it's probably gonna be around that 70 mark. I, it is what it is. It's a popcorn movie. It's just fun. It's nothing too deep. It has a meaning. It has a story. It is what it is. You know, there's one review I see on Rotten Tomatoes right now. 87. You know, oh no, that's a different movie. So yeah, it's like people have already. They haven't really. Yeah, it's you know, 4 stars, 4 stars, 4 stars. So there's a couple fives, couple twos. I mean, honestly, there's like no 1 star rating, 1.5. That's the slowest I see right now on Rotten Tomatoes. So that's pretty good, I think. That even the people that hate this movie don't even hate it all the way. Like it's still something's good in it. So that's pretty good, I would say. So it is what it is. But uh, next week, man, I was so torn. I was a little bit torn between Gladiator 2 and Wicked, but Gladiator 2 just looks too much like a redo. Like it just looks like it's kind of like what they did with um what's the movie? Am I thinking 300? Yeah, what they did with 300, where the second one was pretty much almost the same story but just slightly different setting. This one's literally the same setting, but they do some things a little different. It's pretty interesting what they do with the Coliseum and stuff. They definitely go more bigger and more crazier, but it just didn't interest me enough. I think it's just the lead. He's not as interesting as um, the original. I mean, Denzel Washington is gonna be the whole reason why I go see that movie. So I'll probably see it later, but I'm going to see Wicked next week because I do like musicals, and it intrigues me. So we'll see how it is because I never saw the Broadway play. Know a little bit of it, some of the songs, stuff like that. But hey, we'll see what it turns out to be. Uh, but yeah, even after that, we got Moana 2 and uh, December looks like it might be a little dry. I don't see. Oh, Craven and Lord of the Rings. Ooh, definitely seen Craven. And Sonic. Okay, so December, late December. Um, you know, end of November going strong. Same thing will be December. So beginning of December won't have too much. But until then, later.